I've been commissioned to read this book. All I know about the Berenstain Bears is that they did a preachy book where the authors complained that kids these days use computers far too much. As someone who makes his living online, I felt personally attacked by that book.
Argofont Book Review, Argofont Book Review.
Brother Bear has just been accepted into the newspaper club, along with his 5 good friends who look exactly like him, just with different hair accessories. They fantasize about what they're going to write when Sister Bear warns them to look out for Miss Glitch. She's the teacher who runs the paper, and she is incredibly bossy. Sure enough, Miss Glitch steps over all of the kids' dreams. Babs is forced to review books for first graders. Hey, sort of like this one. Ferdy is forced to write about water molecules, Barry is forced to write about wise sayings, and Brother Bear's sports column is cut in half. Queenie's gossip column is cancelled, and Cousin Fred... Actually, the book skips over what happens to him, but I'm sure it was bad. The kids grumble over their newspaper troubles when Queenie gets an idea. What if they make their own newspaper? That way they can write whatever they want. Brother Bear is made editor-in-chief for 2 reasons. Number 1, he's the main character. Number 2, Queenie wants a fall guy in case the entire operation blows up in their faces. Spoiler alert, it does. They need someone to print out their newspaper. Apparently, Harry McGill has the only computer in town, so Queenie asks him for help. First, she says he should do it because she sometimes dates his best friend. That doesn't make any sense, and he says no. So Queenie pretends that Miss Glitch bad-mouthed computers. Harry is so furious that anyone would dare to insult a computer, so he immediately agrees to help sabotage that monster. Brother has second thoughts as they work on the newspaper, especially when he sees what the other kids have written. 2 of them write mean stories criticizing teachers, and Babs writes, quote, some pretty strong rap lyrics, end quote. A questionable bear rap? Now I want to hear what these lyrics are. Queenie wants something juicy for her gossip column. She sees Teacher Bob at a restaurant having dinner with his niece. Queenie writes a scandalous article saying Teacher Bob is dating a teenager. That doesn't seem like appropriate material for a kid's book. Somehow, Queenie gets the article into the newspaper without Brother Bear noticing. When the paper comes out, the teachers hate it. They're furious. They question Harry McGill and his best friend. Brother Bear is extremely worried. When he can't go to sleep that night, he tells Sister Bear what happened. Sister tells Mama Bear, who is a card-carrying member of the No Fun Police. So Mama Bear tells the principal summons all the reporters and their parents to school. They are forced to apologize for what they did. When Brother learns his mother turned him in, he runs away to the woods to run away and hide forever, but Harry comes after him and calms him down. As punishment, the kids don't get recess for a week. Miss Glitch gives them a little more leeway as to what articles they can write. We finish with Brother Bear realizing the moral of the story is home is where the heart is. That's not the moral of the story. That has nothing to do with this story. Why does it get a picture? The end. Post-book follow-up. I know we're talking about fictional bears here, but how old are these cubs? Because it seems like Queenie and Harry are several years older than everyone else while still being in the same grade as them. There is a 2-chapter subplot about a comment box. The reporter set it up so all the kids can write anonymous comments about teachers. Everyone except Brother wants to publish the comments in the newspaper. He says, no way, those anonymous comments are too nasty. In the end, they decide absolutely nothing. They read some of the comments and the entire thing never gets mentioned again. I thought the treatment of Miss Glitch was odd. She's the catalyst for the story, but she's barely in the book. It skips over the newspaper club meeting where she steps on the kids' dreams. Instead, we hear them complain about it afterwards. The book also avoids a first-hand account of her apology scene. I suppose the storyline was okay. The kids publish a nasty newspaper, and they learn that freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. They don't learn about libel laws, which I guess is understandable given the target audience. The book teaches two good lessons. Don't jump to conclusions, and don't write awful things about other people. It's easy to write mean things anonymously or while hiding behind a fake name, but you shouldn't be a jerk and act that way. Be nice to other people. This is a good lesson for people on the internet, including me, a guy who often includes criticism in his book reviews. I give the Berenstain Bears and the school scandal sheet a 7 out of 10. I mentioned that I was commissioned to read this book. I was commissioned through Patreon, and I've got a link to my Patreon page on the screen now. So if you've got a book you want me to review, just go to my Patreon page and commission me that way.